Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're like me and you love Thai peppers and you grow a bunch of them, sometimes towards the end of the season when the peppers get overripe, you really don't know what to do with them. So just leave them on the plant to dry and kind of like dwindle and die into the next season when you start to grow again. So today I'm going to show you a way that I use these peppers so that you don't waste them, even for the ones that are overripe and no longer can be used. So I grow a lot of these Thai crosses of mine, or the Khang white Thais or any other Thai varieties that are similar. So sometimes when they ripe, they get a little soft, like these here, and you really don't want to eat these anymore because the texture is tough, and the flavor is probably gone. So today I'm gonna show you one thing that you can do to keep these plants so that you don't waste them. So one thing you can do is just dry them up and use them as pepper powders or pepper flakes, but you can also use the powder or the flakes to make chili oil, and it is some of the most amazing thing that you can make that is can be used in so many dishes like spaghetti, noodles, rice, or whatever. So anyway, I have already picked all of the peppers before I started the video, so I'll put on the screen all the peppers that I picked, but they basically look like this, a little bit over dried. The skin texture is too rough, so it's no longer good to eat fresh. So let's go inside and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so to cut down filming time, I have already gone through the drying process. So basically you just place the peppers onto these tray. This is a Nesco dehydrator, so I'll put link to where you can get this if you want to. This is a really good hydrator that you can dry fruits, vegetables, even meat. You see here, fish, meats, jerky. So you can make all kinds of stuff with this here. And this is an excellent machine to make pepper flakes. And the reason why I love using this machine to make my flakes is that it retains the beautiful color, and that is very important to me. Everything I make has to look really good and looks appealing. And so when you use this, it dries the pepper very, very slow. It does take a bit of time, but so you have to have some patience. But look at this. The quality is just amazing. It's just nice. You see these chips. So you put the peppers all over. If they're bigger ones, like the super hots and stuff like that, cut them in half. And if they're just regular Thai varieties, just leave them as is, as whole. And then you just place them on a tray. I put too many, so the more you put, the longer it takes. So because what happened is the air has to travel down these trays. See, these are stackable trays, so you can get extra trays. I have just this many, but you can actually get more. But yeah, if you stack too many, then the air would have a little bit trouble going down, but which is okay. It just take a bit longer. And so I have so many, and I didn't have enough trays, so I just press them all in there, and now that is just beautiful. Look at this color, guys, just amazing. Okay, and so now I put the chips in my blender here. I'll show you in a second. So I just put it into this this blender, and you're just gonna blend it up. So I mean, any kind of blender works really, so there's no specific ones that you need to use. I just happen to have the NutriBullet, and that's what I've been using for everything. Okay, so I'll just fill this up. I actually forgot to mention one thing. So when you dry your peppers, depending on what machine you use, if you're using the Nesco, you can actually use 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 degrees Celsius, if you don't have a lot of time. At this temperature, it will dry the pepper faster because the heat is greater, but that could potentially reduce the colors because the higher the heat, it could cook your peppers quickly. So then the drying process is less. Then you may have like peppers that don't look very good. The color is not going to be great. So for me, I use 145 F, 63 degrees Celsius, and depending on how many peppers you put on a tray, that could take between 4 to 6 hours. It could even take longer, again, depending on the size, the amount of peppers you put. And so the slower the temperature, it will slowly dry and it retains the color really well, and then you get beautiful flakes, and that is usually what I go with. So yeah, just try out the heat, and always make sure to check the trays for every 3 to 5 hours. So 3 hours, come by and check it. And if you notice that some of them are still soft, that means they're not ready. But also sometimes when you have too many peppers, the heat have trouble going down. So you may have to take the tray from the bottom and rotate it to the top. And it doesn't take a lot of work because these trays come off really easily. So it's easy. So make sure to do that. Rotate it sometimes so that you can get an even drying process. Okay, so look at all these peppers I have right now. So I'm gonna grind them batches at a time. And once you make them into powder, they're gonna be shrunk down to just so little. And so guys, if you're buying pepper powders from friends on the community or anywhere, and you're wondering why they're so expensive, this is the reason. It takes a lot of peppers to make just a small container of powder. So it's totally worth it. I mean, these are some of the best peppers you can grow or get from the guys in the community, because they freshly grow those, and they're much better than what you can find in the store. So they're totally worth it. So let's grind this up. Okay, so here is my blender, and watch how little we'll get once this is all blended up. See that? You kind of want to do it. Look at how much that shrunk to half, and really there's really nothing in here. See that? So if you want to make flakes, just grind it a little bit. But if you want to make powder, then grind it a little more. That's the only difference. So when I make flakes, this is what I do. Like one squeeze, and then I'll shake it and put it back. And look at that. You see? Beautiful flakes, beautiful color, and this is gonna be fantastic on spaghetti, noodles, rice, pizza. They're amazing. Okay, so to store the flakes, I usually use a glass jar because those are the easiest, and it's probably the best form of container to use. And then if you want to turn this into pepper oil, which is also amazing, which I made here. And this is the batch from the last time, and man, I gave it to some friends and they just absolutely love this. So if you want to make this pepper oil, I will link you to the video where you can make this exactly the way I do it. So that's it, guys. It's so easy, and you don't want to waste those dry peppers at the end of the season. This is also another way to store them for a long time over the winter and have something fresh and nice and spicy to use to heat things up, in times of snow and stuff like that. But that is all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.